I'm here talking to Maurice Collins and Eric Barnett about Primethinkers, which I think has got amazing potential. Well, it's done enormously well so far. But Maurice, tell me first of all about what you've been doing with Primethinkers.
Well, basically what we have is we have a group of retired, semi-retired and active business people who meet up once every 5 or 6 weeks, and we have a presenter, which is usually a business that has perhaps a new business concept or a business that is actually running and wants to have some ideas on how to develop it. And what we do is we brainstorm for about an hour to an hour and a quarter on any issue they may wish to raise. Usually there's between 8 and 10 of us around the table, and the presenter produces his ideas, and then we just brainstorm. They bring somebody along to record that information. Now we do it voluntarily, and they pay an amount of money of £75 that goes straight to the charity Kith and Kids. At the same time, we have a sponsoring accountancy company which adds another 75. So every session we do, we usually have 2 presenters who present the issues they want to be brainstormed on. They pay 150 quid between them. We get another 150 quid. So the charity, which is a charity for families that have a disabled child, gets £300 every time we have a session. We now have 2 very active groups in London, one in North London, one in East London. We have the beginnings of a group in Central London and in West London, but we need to develop that. So what we're hoping that alongside the RSA, we can build this particular project into a much wider idea. Everybody wins from it, because what happens is not only do the people generating the ideas get something from each other, the charity earns, and of course the young business or the young entrepreneur or the young social venturer also gets a lot of information.
And you're retired, well, kind of retired. Sounds like you're doing stacks of stuff.
Well, I am retired, and I am quite active, like Eric.
Yeah, Eric. I mean, you're a barrister. How are busy professional people like yourself, reacting to this?
One wants to put something back in to give of one's own experience, and this is enjoyable for the people like myself, the prime thinkers, who are giving out the ideas, as well as it is for those who receive them, and of course the benefit for the charity too. So one finds the time. If you're busy, you always manage to find a little bit extra.
And I guess it could be personally useful to become involved in those sorts of sessions. Presumably it gets professional people into contact with problems which may be a little bit different, and quite creative to discuss that amongst yourselves.
Absolutely, it's very stimulating for us, and of course for our East London group, which has members mainly in the mid-40s, as distinct from our North London group where it's a little older than that. They certainly enjoy the networking because they're still working, they're still in business.
So we were talking about what might we do next to develop more groups, to engage more people. How can RSA and people like Nesta, who've supported social innovation in the past, help with this?
Well, I think basically we want to spread the idea to 2 areas. One, we want to build as many groups as we can across the London region, possibly the world eventually, but London is our first target. And secondly, to get the information out to people that this actually exists, that they have the opportunity to come along for a very small amount of money to get a tremendous amount of information in the development of their own business. At the same time, they also have the opportunity of individual mentoring, which would be totally free, from members of the group if they wish to continue holding discussions with them. So in essence, it's the type of thing that the RSA could help us with from those 2 areas. They have their membership, of which I am as well, but they have their membership of fellows, which could be both prime thinkers. There are also many in the RSA who are active in business who perhaps would like the opportunity of having ideas generated on behalf of them as well. So those are the 2 things I would like to take forward with the London region of the RSA.